Now I want to talk about nested loop. I mean use a loop inside another loop. How we can use that? Let's start with a simple example. I have a for I in range. As I said, this variable here is something that the name of that is optional. It depends on you completely. What do you want to choose for the name of the variable? I choose I for this situation, for I in range 3. Let me just simply print I and let's see what we have. 0, 1, 2. We have the range. As I said, it won't go through the 3 and it will be less than 3, and it's a print for us 0, 1 and 2. Let's have another loop inside of this. For example, let's have for j in range 3, and after that I want to print out j and I want to see what will happen here. I, something like this, I and j. I don't want format here, something like this. I just use a for inside of another for and just print the variable that we have in the for. At first I print the I here, and after that I print j. Let's go and let's see what will happen. So, as you can see here in my terminal, at first it will start with I equal to 0. After that it will goes to second loop and will start with again j equal to 0, and we will go through the code, will go through the range that we have for j. And as you can see here, for I equal to 0, we have j 0, 1 and 2. Okay, it means when I equal to 0, it will goes here and run the codes. After that, it will goes here and run the code for the j. If I write any other loop here, like this for example, for k in range 3 again, and I want to print it out, just add the j here at the end of that, and j, excuse me, k, something like this. As you can see, as an output, at first j and I will be 0 and just k will be changed. And j and I will be constant, and k will be changed from 0 to 0, 1, 2. After that, after this 3 line, again I is 0, but j changed to 1. So I 0, j 1, k will go through 0, 1 and 2. As you can see here, it's something that we are getting with the nested loop. At first, when I is 0, it will go and run all the codes here with I 0, as you can see here. For I 0, it will go through this loop, and after that this loop. Let's go through another example and have another example. Let's make it simple. For example, I in range 3 again, and for j in range again 3. I want to write some if condition here, and just say if j is equal to 1. I don't want to do anything, and just please break. Otherwise, I want to print out I and j, something like this. What will happen if I run this? You can see if the j is equal to 1, if the j is equal to 1, we don't have any output for that. So let's go and have another example. I want to have something like this. Let me remove them. Remove these two lines. If for I in range, for example, 1 to 6, and again j in range 1 to 6, I want to print I multiplied by j, and after that I want to say, after you calculate one of them, I need some tabs to show others. Simply we can say end equal to t. It means after you print one of these, please do some tab here, and after that please go and run others and print others. Okay, let me run that. Oh, let me do something here. Let me print an empty here, then it will goes to second line, and as you can see here, it prints out the multiple of the I and j, and after that we have some tab, and after each j finish, it will goes and will go to another tab. Let me simply just print I and j, and you will see that. At first, I here in all this situation will be 1, and just j will be changed, because I said that for I equal to 1, the first value or 0, it will go and run all the codes. So for I equal to 1, it will go to this loop, and after that we'll print out the j for I1. I mean, it will go through j from 1 to 6, 1 to 5, and after that we can I as 1 here. After that I have a print. It means when this loop finished, I want from you to go to the second line, as you can see here. So it will go to second line. Also, this loop finish, it will go back to first loop again. I was 1, and now I will 2. I will be 2. Okay, and here we have 2 as I variable, and after that, as you can see, j will be changed from 1 to 5. It's something that we have for the loops. Okay, let me go back and keep these. I want to do something and have an example, and just want to, in our output, I want to have something like this. I want to have these kind of stars in my output. Let me go back to terminal. These kind of stars should be printed in my output. How we can handle that? One of the ways simply to write print a star, after that print 2 a star, print 3 a star, 4 and 5. But it's not something that we are looking for. We want to handle this with a for loop. So how for I in range of 5, what will happen? After that I want to have for j in range of I plus 1. Okay, let's see what will happen and what we have here. Just let me print them. Print I and j, something like this. Maybe have some space here, and just after this finish I want to go to another line. So let me run it. As you can see here, we have I equal to 0 and j equal to 0. Why? At first step, I will be 0. it will go here, and this line of code will be something like this. In the first step, I mean the range will be something j in range just 1. Why? Because the I was 0. Okay, so let's assume that we have this here, just this. What will happen? It will goes here, and one time we'll do this code, and again after that we'll back to the first loop that we have. Okay, let me back to I plus 1. After it increase the value of the I, it will goes to 1. And as you can see here, this line will be in range of 2. And as you can see, j will be changed from 0, 1, and 2. It's something that we have here. Instead of this, if I put, instead of print the value of that, put some star. Where is the star? Yes, a star, and after that I want to, at the end of each star, I want to have this, just an empty string. And if I print it out, as you can see, we have this as our output. Okay, so it's really important to understand what is happening in the loops, and when it will goes to second, when the second will execute, how many times this print will be executed, or anything else. It's really important. As an example for yourself, and as an exercise, you can try to do something like this and print something like this. 1, 2, 3, 5 star here, 1, 2, 3, 4 after that, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. Just please try to print this out in your terminal with nested for loop. It will be something like this, but it's exactly vice versa, and you should play with the range and the variable that we have here. For example, this change should be different, and then we can have this as an output in the terminal. So let's go and let's do it. Just please at first pause the video to ensure that you can produce something like this. We will go through that step by step. I'm thinking as a junior developer. So let's have this 5 I in range, for example 5. And what will happen if we do something like this? 4 j in range. Instead of I plus 1, what can I say? Let's do I minus 1. What will happen? Let me print them something like this. And let me also comment this out. What will happen here? What do you think? I have something like before, but in the 2 lines, the first 2 lines, we don't have anything in the output. Why? Because when the I is, for example, 1 or 0, it won't print anything for us. So what should we do? Maybe change this range, or for example do something like this. For example, 5 minus by I. What will happen here? Exactly, it's something that we want. Instead of doing I plus 1, we should say 5 minus I. What is that? Let's print the I and j here with f and I and j as j here. Okay, let's see what will happen here. At first, it will go through when the I is 0, as you can see here. let's have some space here. As you can see, when I is 0, it will go through the j from 0 to 4. It's something that we want. In the first line, we want 5 star. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something that we have here, exactly. The code that we have here, execute 5 times. So we need 5 star. After that, it will go back. Here in this line, I is 0. Okay. And when it's come here, 5 minus by 0 will be 5. And the output of this, I mean the line 27, will print out 5 times because our range is 5 here. After that, when I change this, if you have something like this, in the second line, we have this print to go to the second line. Okay, just keep it in your mind. For the second line, if the I starts with 1, 5 minus by 1 will be 4. And this code will be executed 4 times, as you can see here. And again, after that, we will increase amount of I, and 5, right now I is equal to 2 in this line. 5 minus by 2 will be 3, and this code will be executed 3 times. After that, I will be increased to 3, and 5 minus by 3 will be 2. This code will print and will execute 2 times. It's something that we want to happen in this example that we have here. It's exactly something like this as an output. Oh, I just should print star here, and I don't want F, and don't want these kind of spaces. And as you can see, the print in the first line will goes and will execute 5 times, and it print star. After that, 4 times it prints a star again 4 times, and after that 3, 2, and 1. After one of these line execute, for example, this line execute 5 times for this line, this loop is completed for current value and for current range. Okay, it will go out from this loop and will go here, and we have this print, and with this print it will goes to second line. So after it prints 5 star, it will execute this print, it will go to second line. Now I will be 4, excuse me, I will be 1, and the range here will be 4, and it will execute this 4 times. After that, again we have print here, it will goes to another line, and again, it's a loop, and it will happen until it finish. So it's really important to understand. Just please feel free to watch this video more than one time to understand completely what is happening in the loop and in the nested loop.